School Board meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Board Clerk Maggie Smith, would you please call the roll?
Lindsay Need. Here. Maggie Smith. Here. Bridget Todd Robbins.
Here.
Barb Wunsch.
Here.
Crystal Lee.
Excused.
Jennifer Deek.
Here.
Khadijah Islam. Here. Chris Lau.
Here.
With 7 of the 7 board members present, I declare a quorum. I note that the agenda has been posted, distributed, and sent to the local media. With this in mind, are there any changes to this agenda? I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as published.
So moved.
Chris?
Second.
And Barb? Is it?
Yes.
Thank you. Has second to approve the agenda as published. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to approve the agenda as published, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed signify by saying nay. The motion to approve the published agenda has passed. All right, and we do not have any public participation this evening. So moving on to the district administrator's report. Dr. Mueller.
Yeah, I have 2 items tonight. I'll be brief. One is I just wanted to let everyone know we had a very successful homecoming week last week. We celebrated and got to really showcase many of our students and their talents, which was wonderful. And it was probably the first time in quite a few years, I'll just say, that we had the parade and we had the community out there. We were able to actually have, the glow sticks, candy, tattoos were given out. It was really neat to see all the community come together at that. And then what was even better is we had our first annual block party, and that was put on with the collaboration of our Holmen Area Foundation and Holmen Booster Club. And to see them, those organizations that support our district day in and day out, come together and work with us on putting that amazing event together was just phenomenal. Here it's cloudy, it's raining, sprinkling, and everyone's out there having a great time, and our kids were singing, and it was just wonderful to see. So I hope everyone had a great time with that, and ended it with a win. The football team won that evening, so that was wonderful. Other announcement is we want to congratulate our Holmen girls golf team. They placed first and claimed the MVC championship this last week, so congratulations to them. Okay.
All right, moving on to recognition and thank yous. Dr. Mueller.
All right, tonight we have quite a few folks in the audience here, and we are here tonight to recognize our 2023 Wisconsin Association of School Board Business Honor Roll recipients. This is the first time, and this will be something that we have going year after year. Many businesses came forward and were reviewed, and we have 5 local businesses here with us this evening. They go above and beyond in their support for our school and community. In a world where collaboration between businesses and educational institutions is crucial, these exceptional businesses have not only recognized the importance of investing in education, but have also actively contributed to the betterment of our school district. These businesses, nominated by our school board here, have exemplified the spirit of community engagement by making significant contributions to our school over the past years. So we extend a heartfelt congratulations to these deserving honorees. So tonight, we will start with 608 Investment Group. If they could come up here and just maybe stand, and we're going to read you can all come up, whole family. Everyone come on up in that, and we want to read a little bit about them in that, or maybe not. So, go ahead, Khadijah. So.
All right. We recognize 608 Investment Group LLC as an outstanding business partner, exemplifying an unwavering commitment to the betterment of our community and its educational institutions. Their group of restaurants, including Howie's, The Crow, Big Al's Pizza, and more, has consistently supported our district through catering discounts, gift certificates, and sponsoring athletes at all levels. Their active involvement in local fundraisers has made a significant impact on the success of these initiatives. Moreover, Mike Gorder A valuable member of the team generously volunteers his time as a football coach and weight room instructor, positively influencing the lives of our young athletes. Their anonymous act of paying off all student lunchroom debt, well, I guess it's not that anonymous anymore. Sorry, cat's out of the bag.
Whoops, slip.
During Christmas showcases their profound compassion for care for the students' well-being. Additionally, their efforts in engaging with the high school business education department demonstrates their commitment to nurturing the future leaders of our community. Thank you, 608 Investment Group.
Oh, we can, too.
We're gonna have all of you.
Yep. Yep. You're back and forth tonight. Go for it. Yep.
Probably go back against this so we can get everybody. Mike, you can go right in the middle. Oh, perfect.
In the middle, Chris.
Surrounded. There we go. Yeah.
Right, I think we can get everybody in there. Okay, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Awesome, thanks.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Next up this evening, Gunderson Health Systems.
All right, I've got it.
Okay.
Gunderson Health System has forged a remarkable business partnership with the school district, exemplified through their joint efforts in the Transformative Project Search Initiative. This collaboration highlights their shared commitment to the inclusivity and creative opportunities for individuals to thrive within the community. By actively engaging in Project Search, Gunderson Health System not only strengthens the workforce by nurturing talents, but also promotes a sense of belonging and empowerment among participants. Furthermore, Gunderson's dedication extends to the realm of sports, as they generously provide athletic training services for all sporting events. Going beyond the call of duty, they often offer these essential services at a fraction of the cost, demonstrating their genuine concern for the well-being of athletes and the community at large. And recognizing Gunderson Health System as a valued business partner, we celebrate their unwavering commitment to the betterment of society. Through their compassionate actions and holistic support, they exemplify the spirit of collaboration and community engagement.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Thank you. Oh. Are you supposed to be in the picture? No. Oh, okay. No, go right ahead.
I was trying.
All right, everybody, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect.
Did
Thank
you get one?
I'll go.
Did you get one? Did you get a picture? Okay. Excellent.
Over there, I was like, whatever. It's gonna be uneven no matter what I do.
We're getting our steps in.
All right. Next we have Features Bar and Grill.
Sorry, do you mind if I just say a quick thank
Oh,
you
you sure can. Yes. Sorry.
to whomever had nominated Project Search? On behalf of Gunderson, I just want to say thank you. This is a transformative program for these students, and being newer to the program myself, it's been an honor just to watch the transformation that these kids take on. So all of them have some sort of disability, and we have 8 interns this year that are in our walls. And so thanks for recognizing that.
No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Go ahead.
We proudly recognize Features Bar and Grill as an exceptional business partner that goes above and beyond in supporting our local community. Their unwavering commitment to the betterment of our school district and community-based teams, such as youth sports, is truly commendable. Features Bar and Grill consistently demonstrates their dedication by actively participating and supporting every local fundraiser for our school district. Whether it's contributing to educational initiatives or promoting the growth of young athletes, their involvement has a profound impact on the lives of many. Their generosity and willingness to invest in the future of our community showcase their values and genuine concern for the well-being of others. We are immensely grateful for their continuous support, which helps build a stronger, more vibrant community for us all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, we could stand and then the person that
I know, it's not.
This is fun to watch, though.
This is fun.
This is fun to watch.
Yes.
All right, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next, we're recognition Lohman Dental.
He's not gonna come back. He's done.
Yep, go right ahead.
We wholeheartedly acknowledge Lohman Dental as an outstanding business partner, demonstrating unwavering support for the Holmen community. Their commitment to school initiatives and youth sports has made a significant impact on the lives of our young athletes and students alike. Lohman Dental's generous contributions have not only fostered the growth of local youth sports programs, but have also played a pivotal role in enhancing educational opportunities for our students. Through their generous donations of dental hygiene supplies, they have made a commitment to invest in the health of our students. Their dedication to creating a brighter future for the Holmen area through their active involvement in community-based initiatives truly sets them apart as a valued and cherished partner.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to go on that? There you go. All right, ready? 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And then just you two. Bring that one.
All right. And then we have Blue Moon Restaurant, if they could come up, please.
I got a good one here. I know these guys.
All right.
Blue Moon Restaurant deserves commendation as an exceptional business partner, exemplifying an unwavering commitment to the betterment of the Holmen community and beyond. As a big supporter of schools throughout the entire region, their contributions had left an incredible mark on the lives of countless students and educators. Their avid backing of the 18 Holes for Holmen golf tournament showcases their dedication to fostering a supportive culture within the community. Moreover, Blue Moon's remarkable willingness to lend a hand whenever called upon is a testament to their genuine desire to make a positive impact. Their humility shines through their anonymous donations, demonstrating a heartfelt dedication to uplifting the region and creating a brighter future for all. Thank you, guys.
One more.
We'll have to have a couple people go behind for this one. There we go.
Oh, so nice.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Maybe not. So one thing about Holmen is they always talk about Holmen is all about we're a school district, but we're a community school district. And I think tonight, just seeing everyone here and listening to what our board had read about each of you as business partners just really exemplifies that is truly true. And we could not do this job without your partnership. So just thank you so much for everything you do for our students and our staff day in and out. So thank you. Okay, I have, well, this is just a night filled with all kinds of honoring of things. So we also have, yeah.
Don't feel like you have to stay.
Yeah, have a good evening.
I mean, it's really exhilarating. You're welcome to.
It's National Custodians Day on October 2nd, and I just want us to take time to thank our custodians for keeping they're our heroes that walk the hallways, keeping them clean and assisting day in and day out. So thank you to our custodial staff and all that they do. Also just want to take a moment to recognize that Holmen High School has earned the national and metro area rankings in the 23-24 best high school schools. So what you'll see is they are now going to have a display on the website also, along with many of our other schools, that they are a U.S. News Best High School in that. So we'll be displaying that logo, and we want to congratulate the staff and administration at Holmen High School. They've joined with many other of our schools in the area, in our district here. So congratulations. And also, we have a National Merit Scholarship semifinalist, Lucas Strauss. He is one of only 16,000 high school seniors in the nation, which is representing less than 1% of all high school students that scored high enough on the PSAT. It's a preliminary SAT. To be named a semifinalist. We congratulate him and on this hard-earned achievement, and we wish him the best, and we'll see how it goes along in the process here. And then I get to honor our school board tonight in that. Next week, October 1st through the 7th, is Wisconsin School Board Week, and I just want to take a moment to thank our school board for all their dedication to our students and ensuring that we have what we need to keep our school district up and running as we do. We appreciate their leadership in serving, and just want to say thank you to Jennifer Deek, Chris Lau, Barb Wench, Bridget, Maggie Smith, Khadijah, and Lindsay, and Crystal. We thank her too, even though she isn't here this evening. But also, tonight we are going to be we want to recognize, we have 2 board members that have actually received what's called a level 1 recognition, which means they have participated in much professional development within the organization, and it just shows their commitment to developing and becoming really good board members. And so tonight we are going to recognize Jennifer Deek and Chris Lau for that accomplishment. So congratulations. They'll receive their actual official certificate at the event that our Fall Regional Conference on this next week. So, all right, thank you.
Okay. Moving on to reports and discussion. Item 9.1. I invite Academic and Career Planning School Counselor Lindsay Sipe to present the Advanced Placement Report. This item will not appear on a consent agenda.
So I'm here with Lindsay Sipe. She is our academic and career planning counselor at the high school, and she also coordinates our advanced placement program at the high school. So she's going to tell you a little bit about the program and update you with the results.
Okay, so I'm Lindsay Sipe. Nice to see all of you. And I'm going to talk about a few different topics tonight. I'll be up here for, I feel like, 3/4 of your meeting. So the first thing is advanced placement courses that we offer at the high school. So students take an advanced placement course for a few different reasons. Students can save some time and some money on their college career if they do well on an exam. It also provides rigor into their schedule. So some more rigorous courses. They have the opportunity to get a head start on their college career based off of scores for the exam, and if they earn college credit based off their scores. They can acquire different skills and study habits that they learn along the way when they take this year-long course. And then just, problem-solving abilities and sharpening study skills and things like that. So we have 11 courses currently at the high school and last year as well that students can take that are AP courses. So here is a list of the courses. We have courses in math and social studies, science, language arts, so quite a few different options, computer science as well. So when Kim and I do the data, it always is interesting to kind of go year by year to see how the program has grown. And so back in 2001, we had 7 courses. We now have 11 courses. And then we only had 51 exams and 54 students in the program. Here is the trend for the data. And so as you can see, it's grown in the years. And last year we had 167 students who took an AP course. And then we had 217 exams that were given. So we have a lot of students at Holmen High School that take at least take multiple courses. So some take 2 exams, some take 3 exams. I think we had 2 students that took 4 exams last year. So kind of an abundance of students that are involved with AP courses. Here is a summary of our AP participation. And so this is students who have scored a 3 or higher. So typically colleges are looking for that 3 or higher. So a 3, 4, or a 5 on the exams. And then they distribute credit based off of those scores. Each college and university does it a bit differently, so it's not kind of a standard that if you get a 3, you get 3 credits. Everybody handles it a little bit differently. But you can see the total number of AP students on the top row, and then the number of exams that we were given, and then the AP students that had scores of 3 or higher. So we had 114 that had a 3 or higher, and then 68.67% of our students scored that 3 or higher on exams. Who's participated in AP courses? So predominantly juniors and seniors, although students have the first big opportunity in 10th grade with AP US History. We have had a few 9th graders come in and taking AP courses. Last year we had 1 student, and so it's rare, but it does happen, but predominantly 11th and 12th graders. And then here's kind of a breakdown of each course and the number of students that tested, and then the number of students that earned a 3 or higher. Our scores were really great last year. We had quite a few sections that 100% of our students earned a 3 or higher, which is awesome. So exciting to see those scores come in, and I think students were excited about their scores as well. It's a pretty intense 2 weeks of testing in May. So when you are around and you see kids during those two weeks, it's pretty intense. We got a lot of zombies walking around here who are tired and things like that. Any questions about AP?
Yeah, I got one question.
Yeah.
When the freshmen and sophomores are taking the AP classes, do you see much success with them getting a 3 or higher, or is that typically just with the juniors and seniors?
I would say there's less with the sophomores. Kim and I were kind of talking about that and wondering, is it maturity? Is it, what is it that sophomores struggle with a little bit more?
If you look at US history, which would have been the one that is predominantly sophomores, it's a significantly lower rate of success.
Okay.
I also think by the juniors and seniors, they've taken quite a few by the time they've gotten there typically.
Experience.
And so it's the experience that sophomores kind of have a hard time wrapping their head around what this big exam is going to be like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? No, that's a good question. Okay, so moving on, Lindsay Seib will continue with the report of Early College Credit Program, Start College Now, and transcripted and dual credit programs. These items will not appear on the consent agenda.
So these are a few other programs that we offer at the high school. Early College Credit and Start College Now. So Early College Credit is through UWL, and Start College Now is through Western. We also have had a few students in the past take Early College Credit courses through Viterbo. So students who qualify for the program can take both high school and post-secondary courses. So they are typically leaving our campus and going downtown to either UWL or Western. Students apply to take courses. So we have an application deadline of March 1st if students wish to participate in the fall, and then October 1st if they're interested in taking courses in the spring. So the process is students meet with their high school counselor to kind of talk about the programs, and once they have decided that they want to kind of expand coursework beyond the high school, they're referred to me, and we talk about kind of their career plan and why they want to take college courses. And then we have an application process that students fill out applications stating what courses they want to take or are hoping to take. Then Mr. Sackett and I go through all of the applications, and as long as students are have exceeded their coursework at the high school, so if we have let's say a psychology class, they would need to take our general psychology class first before they could go to the post-secondary level and take another psychology class. We approve applications as we can, and then I get together with students and parents and kind of talk about the program to make sure that parents are aware of the program as well. And then we forward those application materials onto the universities and into Western. So in the fall of this year, we have 13 credits at UWL. We don't have any students participating at Viterbo, and then we have 18 credits at Western. Some of the courses that students are taking currently, CNA is a big one. We have a lot of students that take CNA. It's a really great course for students who are on track for a medical career or nursing. Medical terminology is another really big one, and then Intro to Sociology. And then Calculus 3, College Writing, and Linear Algebra at UWL are kind of the popular courses. For the spring, obviously, we have our deadline this week, and so applications are quickly coming in. But so far, we have 15 credits at UWL and 15 credits at Western. And then, again, no credits at Viterbo. And CNA is another big one, and then genetics and biology is another big one for spring semester. So here's a little bit of a 5-year trend for students and credits earned at the universities. So you can see each year we have, maybe like one course at Viterbo, and then we have the majority of our courses are at Western, and I think a lot of that is that CNA. I think right now I have 12 students who are taking CNA at Western in the fall. So you can see the trend on each year. It kind of varies a little bit. So the financial impact for students who participate in this program, so credits at UWL are significantly cheaper. And so 28 credits for the School District of Holmen is $2,949.24. And if families were to pay the cost of credits at UWL, that would cost, for the same amount of credits, $11,984. So it's definitely a big save for our families. And then the cost at Western for the 33 credits is $5,280 approximately. So that is kind of off-campus college credit that we have. In-house, we have transcripted credit courses. So transcripted credit courses is a collaboration with Western Technical College, and it's our staff members, so high school teachers, teaching Western courses on the Holmen High School's campus. So students aren't leaving our building. They are getting these credits just from taking Holmen High School courses. The high school teachers are required to meet a certain qualification depending on the department in order to teach their course for transcripted credit. Once the teacher shows interest, then we kind of send all their information and credentials to Western, and then when they're approved by Western, they're allowed to teach that course for transcripted credit. All transcripted credit course teachers attend a seminar every summer where we have the opportunity to collaborate with those Western teachers and share ideas. And then at the end of the course, our high school teachers submit grades to Western. So the students who have taken transcripted credit courses, they have a Western official transcript building as soon as they kind of take that first class at Holmen High School. So these are our transcripted credit courses that we are offering right now. I would say that this constantly grows, and we've added a few different ones throughout the years. We've added Intro to Education, we've added Education Practicum. Our photography class now offers 2 different transcripted credit courses, so digital, Photoshop, and Adobe. And I think we're just constantly looking at different opportunities to grow this.
In fact, we have one of the most robust transcripted course programs in the state.
So the financial impact, transcripted credit does not cost Holmen School District or Holmen students a penny. So it doesn't cost us anything. 718 students earned transcripted credits last year, and the total number of credits was 2,909. So that average cost per credit is anywhere from 138 to 186, depending on the course. So you can see the cost savings of $441,333. So the other in-house is dual credit, and this is our 3rd year, I think, with UW Green Bay. So we created a partnership in our world language department. So students who take Spanish 4 and Spanish 5 and French 4 and French 5 have the opportunity to take the course for college credit. So this is dual credit, which is a little bit different. So it's an optional program that students can participate in. And they pay $315 for each course. So if they take Spanish 4, $350, and then Spanish 5. And students can earn 11 retroactive credits from UW Green Bay if they earn a B or a better in their course. So with a total of 14 credits, and then 5.5 retroactive credits if they earn a B, C, or a C. So like I said, students have the option, and they can pay that $315 to take the course for credit through UW Green Bay. And our world language department instructors teach those courses. So in the fall semester last year, we had 19 students in Spanish 202, and we had 12 students in French 202, and then 19 students and 11 students in the 222 courses. And then we have a new partnership starting this year during our 4th term with UW Oshkosh, and it's with our Adventure Education and Outdoor Recreational course with Jared Bagneski. And students will earn, or will have the opportunity to pay $210 to earn the 2 credits at UW Oshkosh for their Phi Ed 193 course. So this is the first time that we will be offering this. So it's a new partnership that Jared worked really hard with UW Oshkosh with. So it's an awesome opportunity. Any questions about any of those?
Yeah.
You can go first.
Okay. About the transcripted credit courses, are those like an opt-in, opt-out option for the students, or how are they being, like what's the process for them to find out how many credits they have if that's not
So students who are enrolled in a transcripted credit course are automatically enrolled at Western. And then if they score a C or higher, they earn that credit.
Okay, so it's not like we have a personal finance class that is a transcripted course and a separate personal finance class that's not transcripted?
So the only time that happens if we have some staffing changes. So in the past, we have had some staffing changes with computer apps where students took it for transcripted credit, and then we had a staff change, and so there was a section without transcripted credit.
And then are these, so I know that these credits come through Western. Have we seen any students try to transfer those credits to other four-year universities if they don't?
Yeah, so Kim and I feel like every year we talk about this, that we wish there was some way that we could track some magical formula to see. Our general psychology course is kind of accepted everywhere.
Okay.
It's accepted everywhere as a gen ed coming in. And then a lot of the other courses, colleges take either as an elective or they take them for a course that they offer. Yeah.
They all look at it very differently
Very
when they see
differently.
those come in, and it's the same with the AP. They have their own formula for how they do that.
Yeah, I had kind of a similar question. So I was wondering if you earn credits at UWL or Oshkosh or wherever, do they then have, will they then have a college transcript?
Yeah,
that
so-
shows this on it with credits? And then
Yes.
those credits can be transferable to other universities
Correct.
if they choose to go somewhere else.
So we always tell our seniors, if you'll have to request a transcript from Western, because you've had transcripted credit courses, and then if you've participated in dual credit, you also want to request a transcript from UW Green Bay or now UW Oshkosh as well. Yep. And then UWL if they did early college credit, and et cetera.
Okay, cool.
What kind of core classes do we have for that CNA program? It seems like it's pretty popular. Is it just like general bio science classes that lead up to that, or?
That,
Pathway?
like a
Yeah.
healthcare pathway
Like
kind
you
of?
said, the students have to exhaust any options we may have at Holmen before they go into that.
Yeah, so it's either exhaust options or if it's a course we don't offer.
Okay.
So we don't offer CNA.
I would imagine so.
Or if it's significantly different from what
Right.
we do offer, then they
Yeah.
take it as well. Since we don't have a CNA program,
Yeah.
that's the option.
Makes sense.
Yeah, any other questions?
Yeah. I'm always interested in, thinking about opportunities that allow students to sort of get ahead in higher education, especially because we know how much inequity exists. Are we tracking any like demographics around those students who participate in either the AP courses or these transcripted classes? I'm just thinking about the application process and the work that it takes just to get enrolled in those classes, and if we have kiddos and families who aren't super invested, lower socioeconomic status.
The nice part about transcripted is I register all the kids. So the students really, and we have Western actually coming tomorrow, that they'll spend all day with us, meeting with every single transcripted credit course that's happening first term to say, you're in this class and you're getting college credit, because kids aren't applying or registering, so then they kind of forget about that fact. So in that sense, any student who's taking those courses is automatically registered. And in regards to like Start College Now and early college credit, when the counselors go into all of the language courses for course registration, we really talk a lot about it. So we talk a lot about it then and in junior meetings to say, if you're interested in just like need some help or need help doing the paperwork, or to come talk to somebody in student services, and we'll help them work with that.
So do we track any data around that?
I don't think we've
don't
tracked
think
it
we've
that
tracked
way.
it,
It'd be an
no.
interesting way to break down the data.
Yeah, I would be really interested because even though we always offer these opportunities, I really believe that there's kids that still aren't going to ask for help. They don't have other adults that are sort of nudging them along and are maybe missing out on some of those opportunities. That comes a little easier for other students.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious.
And how are mine kind of ties into that, and how are parents informed about all of this stuff?
So I would say our website, the student services newsletter, the daily announcements. I'm trying to think. Scheduling meetings. Yeah.
Counselors meetings with the families, with the students.
Yeah. We do a junior parent meeting. We do a senior parent meeting.
Is there a way to kind of track that, like who came and then the people that didn't come? Maybe some like individualized outreach to those parents or something along the lines to say like, yeah.
Yeah. It would be interesting to track, like how we would track a parent meeting or
Aren't
something.
reading the newsletter that comes in the mail or something like
Yeah.
if it's
It's a good
it's
idea.
hitting everybody.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we try to do a lot of different avenues to promote it, just so that if you don't read the newsletter, then you're at the parent meeting or you see it in, other areas, other places.
But how do they find out about the parent meeting?
The parent meeting goes out in correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, but the welcome letters from Mr. Sackett. We talk about the senior parent meeting and the junior parent meeting. And then that's also promoted in our counselor letters that go out in the summer, and then in our student services newsletter that also goes out.
And then we've also been, it's probably about 3 years now, where we've been really active with 4-year course planning for
Yeah.
students. So they're not coming in and like, okay, what am I doing just next year? Like there's a vision of like literally coming in as a freshman.
Yeah.
What are those 4-year course projections? Because in order to get to a CNA or in order to get to an AP class, like you need to make sure you do X, Y, and Z as a freshman, sophomore,
Right.
so you can kind of see that sequencing. And a lot of that is digitally done through a program
Zello.
called Zello. And then kids literally can just uplift that and then put that into their course requests. There's pathways in our course description guide handbook. Our course description guide handbook can be overwhelming because we offer a lot of amazing opportunities at Holmen. But there's a lot of different visuals and things to be able to help try to support families with that too.
Yeah, I just think the data piece might be really interesting just because sometimes that just gives us the information to help us understand if there is a gap. Because I know we do amazing things around communication and we think they're amazing.
But it'd be nice to see who we're actually.
But, you know, are they really doing the job that we think they're doing?
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, next, item 9.3, summer school principals Sue Eitland, Ben Tashner, and Nick Baki will now present the summer school report. This is for report only and will not appear on a consent agenda.
Do you want me to start? Okay. I'm just going to hang out here again for a little bit. So we have our summer school report. So we'll have a share out from each of our building levels. So we have Sue Eitland, who will report out on our elementary program, Ben Tashner, who will be doing our middle school, and then Nick Baki, who will handle our high school as well. So as an overview, we have the three levels. Elementary breaks into two components. There's the Ready, Set, Learn, which focuses on our incoming kindergarten students, and then we have our 4K program, or our K through 4 program, which is reading, math, and then an enrichment class as well. Really focusing on, the enrichment class tends to focus more on SEL kind of competencies and team building, that kind of thing, and then reading, math is more of a support kind of extra practice kind of class. At middle school, we have kind of the same balance. We have the closing the gap classes as well as enrichment, and then at high school, it splits into two components where we have our credit recovery courses and then our scheduling for on track for college or on track for graduation requirements. Oh, and like I said, it sets our students up for success by really eliminating some of the summer learning loss. It's that additional instructional support. It's that credit recovery. In some instances, we're able to accelerate learning with some of those enrichment and extension classes, and then tying right in with those opportunities for enrichment.
Okay, so on to elementary school. We'll start with the Ready, Set, Let's Learn. We did have 76 students participate. We had 4 different groups, so up to 20 students in the class. Each class had the teacher and an EA. There was 14 days of instruction, similar to the kindergarten through 4th grade. Especially at the incoming kindergarten level, it was really important to build some relationships with the kids and just help them to learn those expectations and routines. So they just got to participate in some activities that would help prepare them for this fall. For our kindergarten through 4th grade students, we had 222 students participating. Again, they also built relationships with our teachers and made new friends. As Kim mentioned, we had the review of reading and math and then some enrichment as well at each grade level. Each grade level did have a regular education assistant who would travel amongst the 3 classes to provide support as needed. In addition, we did have 2 behavior support teachers on staff, so some teachers had walkies to call if they needed some additional support. More recently, I should say, we've had some students that just kind of need a break every once in a while, or if they're starting to get escalated, what can we do to prevent them from having that escalate further? So it was really helpful to have those 2 staff on board to provide those breaks as needed. Here's a list of our enrichment classes. I do have a link there for the Jammin' with Joy. So if you want to take a listen to the Jammin' with Joy class, it's pretty cute actually. So is that okay if we do it right now? It's just a 27-second video or something like that. So.
Come through on this computer.
Not sure why the volume's not there. We kind of need the volume, but you can see how much fun the kids are having. And so the teacher does, she sings a little something, and the kids respond with the different instruments that they're playing. And then after she does that, then they all get up and they switch seats. So they get to play a variety of instruments and try them out. And it's really about listening and just having fun with music. It was really great. So fun to go into that class. So sorry about that there was no sound right there. It really was neat. So yeah, thank you. Oh. Thank you. So that was just one of the classes, but as mentioned, we did have a lot of really neat classes, and they did try to integrate some of that social emotional learning within each of those courses. We really felt it was a successful summer school program this year. So we were like, well, why was it really great this year? And I've heard from many staff that it was just so easy to apply this year. We did a little different. We didn't have them apply through WeCan. If they were already a district employee, they just filled out a Google form, basically with their name and what they wanted to teach and why and their certification. So really easy. And then it was all School District of Holmen staff that were working, except for 2 at the beginning of the summer. And then after summer school, both of those 2 got hired in our district. So it was pretty cool that they actually got a little taste of what the district was like with our summer school program. And some kids got to make relationships with them as well. Again, can't say enough about just that behavior support. Those resource staff are really important to have. And then we did limit some of our class sizes. So there were no more than 15 in the kindergarten through 4th grade. And because there was an EA along with the Ready, Set, Learn teachers, we did have those go up to 20 students in a class. So some recommendations for future years to use that same way to apply for our district staff. And then we need a little bit of an easier way for our own district staff who aren't committed to being a teacher for all the program to be able to sub if needed. Currently, it's kind of a long process, and then they might only sub for 1 day. And, I hear a little bit of, well, I did all this work and then I only subbed for a day. So just a little bit easier way for that to happen. Maintain those smaller class sizes. And then we do have a meeting on the calendar in October. We're going to do a deep dive into summer school and see what we can do for the future with summer school. So looking forward to that. We did send out a parent survey and staff survey. So here I have some of the results. Sorry. I don't know what to do here. Sorry. Okay. There's results there. I'm not sure if you were able to open them or not. I can kind of give you a very general overview. For the parents, we had between 15 and 20 parents return the survey, answer the questions, and they were very thankful and supportive of the staff and things that we were doing. They enjoyed the classes. Some of the things for improvement were, the bus ride was a little bit too long because obviously with, what's happening with transportation right now and not enough drivers, we had to put more kids on the bus. So that was one of the things we kind of knew. And then, everybody kind of has their opinion on how long summer school should be or what time of day or whatever that may be. And then it was just honestly about classes and wishing kids could maybe pick their enrichment class instead of just having the one at each grade level. And that all comes down to staffing and what staff are available to teach. The staff, a lot of what I already said, they appreciated the simplicity of the applying, and they liked the small class sizes and the resource staff. So a lot of that. And just to end, a collage of a few pictures from summer school for elementary. So thank you very much.
All righty. So at the middle school for summer school, we changed things up a little bit this year. So kind of as I go forward here. So in the past, there were some more remedial classes and then just a few selective enrichment courses. This year, all of our classes that we had at the middle school were enrichment focused. So even if a teacher was teaching math and kind of focusing on that, closing the gap, it really had the enrichment feel, more of the project-based or game style learning rather than sit in our seat to listen to like lectures. And so we had 116 students at the middle school, so down a couple from last year. These were our classes. Strategic skills, all different kind of game-based games that were played in the gym. Some outside activities that were done in there, maybe some inside as well. Living like a historian, this class kind of led people through Holmen. And so the teacher had done some research on different historical pieces in Holmen, and then also took the kids on like lots of virtual tours. They got on walk a couple days just kind of around like the middle school, but really were able to learn more about Holmen. Amusement park development, this class developed their own amusement park. They went to Valley Fair, so they were able to participate that way. The game is afoot, was a detective-based class, Sherlock Holmes. So the first time I had to walk in the class and then the teacher asked questions about what I was wearing or other things about me. So then the rest of summer school, all the kids were like, he had on a blue tie today. So it was kind of fun. And then thinking like a mathematician, again, that math focus, a lot of those standards, but really game-based focus there. And then our mandatory school is our Holmen High School readiness class. And so that was taught by our SEL teacher this last year. And so she was able to really focus on different career skills. She took the kids to TC a couple days and kind of partnering with TC on their after-school programming for middle school, kind of building that gap or that bridge. She brought in different speakers of the classroom from different careers, walks of life, but really trying to prepare them for high school. So this was the amusement park class, their projects as they were building. So this class is one that's a little bit different than kind of our other classes. So if you sign up for this class, you were with these two teachers for the entire summer school period. And so each student can have 3 classes that they pick. But if this was your class that you chose, then you were with the teachers for these 3 hours. This is from our Thinking Like a Mathematician, collaborative work, incorporating math skills, and then kind of challenging themselves. So she'd have different prompts in the room as they came in. She really dove in and developed this class. So they were they're always in the hallway or playing different activities. So it was fun to just hear the collaboration as I walked by. For our music, we had 229 band students over the summer and 24 orchestra students. So some of them would have lessons between the summer school time, so they were able to be at summer school and then also go to their lesson. But then the large group happened outside of summer school, where they were practicing for the different parades during the summer. Some things that were different this year, heard a lot of positive feedback from just the enrichment style classes. And then we were able to offer a snack breakfast in the morning, and kind of working with our nutrition department, we were able to provide one of them being a free meal for each student that attended Holmen Middle School for summer school. And so they got one free breakfast, whether it was in the morning before class or at the break time. So I appreciate that, and we worked really well with our nutrition staff in kind of getting that set up. But no, it was a big success this year. Thank you.
My name is Mr. Baki. I'm one of the associate principals, and I help support and coordinate with the summer school program at the high school. Not a lot has changed with our summer school programming at the high school, so those of you that have kind of been through this before, it's kind of a repeat of that. Really a head start on high schools is the goal. There's a lot of freshman entry-level courses. We offer a lot of core courses for students in 9th, 10th, and 11th grade to be able to take, or incoming 9th, 10th, and 11th graders to be able to take. Schedule conflicts take place with students and their schedules. We talked last spring about kind of the transformation of our high school schedule that we're looking forward to in a year from now, and hopefully that can help offset some of these issues that we had and that we shared. It's not going to be perfect, but certainly that's kind of a goal. And then we offer electives, band, choir, orchestra. As you guys are aware, we have an amazing musical program, and they start early and they work hard in the summer, so that's a part of it as well. And then remediation. So we kind of same thing. One thing that I thought was kind of interesting to highlight is that we had the highest record of summer school attendees this year on record since I have been here. We do have the largest 9th grade class, but certainly took advantage of that. And I'll kind of go into those details as we go through here. So through session 1, these are the courses that we offer. These are our core courses, which means that every single one of these courses is required for graduation. We do not have elective offerings for this. We just want to stick to the core courses to allow those electives to be able to be in the schedule. So we had 283 students signed up that earned roughly 136.5 credits. So 0.48 credits per student, kind of on average there for what we had. We had 2 sections of Totally Fit Wellness this summer, and we also added economics. So when we did our graduation credit changes, we eliminated computer apps as a requirement for our incoming freshmen. We felt like that course was somewhat outdated and unnecessarily, and we have added economics as a requirement for all students to graduate. So we decided let's roll that FTE over and let's not try to eliminate it. Let's just try to use it more and apply it to the graduation requirements. So those are 2 shifts that we did this past summer. Session 2, as those of you that have remembered or not, so any student that falls below a certain threshold within a core course, we, again, trying to eliminate those barriers, we automatically enroll them into those remediation courses. We use a threshold depending on where the numbers are. We dropped our threshold actually quite a bit this year because, from a positive sense, we had a lot less students failing courses. So we feel like a lot of our educators and the curriculum that they've developed in the courses, kids are starting to get back out of this COVID thing, hopefully, and starting being able to kind of get back to those higher levels of learning. And so as a result, we dropped the threshold, which allowed more numbers in to be able to do that. So we had 65 students earn 37 recovery credits over any of those particular courses. We have 4 primary core teachers that take on those different courses. So for example, we have 1 social studies teacher that helps support students in the government, US 3, 20s and 60s. One teacher that takes on the ELAs, 1 that's math and 1 is science. And then it's personalized. So they really work with that one student. What are the areas or the gaps that they specifically had? It might have been 1 unit that they didn't perform well in. They do some remediation, some reteaching with that student. They re-perform that assessment or that project, submit it. Once it meets the qualifications, then they're able to earn the credit and then they're done for the session. So it's very personalized and very directed for students to be able to really earn those credits to stay on track for graduation. Those are our band, our choir, and our orchestra numbers then for session 2 as well. And that's what I got for you.
Questions on our summer school program?
All right, questions?
I have one. Could you say a little bit more about like the demand for summer school? I know for the K-4 program, one of the things I heard from a couple families was that it was hard to get in.
Yeah, so this is what I would tell you. Session 1 gets, I'm going to say the word competitive. One of the things that our school used to do, and we've kind of eliminated that, we used to have first come, first serve. For the first person who signed up and clicked the button was able to get in the seats. And we kind of eliminated that because we felt like that was an access issue for people. Whoever has the time, has the access, has the resources could click the button. So I take a look at all 283 of those students and I put them on a big chart and an Excel spreadsheet, Google Sheet. And what I do is I manipulate the students around, I move the students around to be able to try to guarantee that every student could get at least 1 course that they request. Students have the ability to request up to 3 courses. I do not say that you will get your top choice, but if they give me options, I really work through those numbers to be able to get students a course. If a student only applies for 1 course or wants 1, economics was one of them this year, that there was a high number of people that just wanted economics. Those seats filled. We have 30 spots, that's all we can have, and we have to hold it. So I think there was probably 5 individuals, roughly, maybe 3 to 5 students that weren't maybe able to get a specific course. But otherwise, I really try to move things around and try to be able to make it the best I can with that, so.
And then for the Ready, Set, Learn in the kindergarten through 4th grade, what we do is have the students who were recommended to take summer school get signed up first. So they were like a week in advance. And then whatever spaces were left afterward, students could take those spaces. We did have a waiting list, and just to let you know, I know that they said it was hard to get in, and especially for the younger ones, kindergarten, 1st grade, they really want to do summer school. The older grades, though, we got almost everybody in from the waiting list, even by the time summer school started, or within a day or 2 of it starting. So I feel like that was a good process to use because the purpose of summer school is technically to have the remedial courses and help students get caught up, and then also for incoming kindergarten students. So we really tried to do that. The issue with having more sessions available to allow more students to come in was staffing. We had to go with what we had. And so unfortunately, I had to tell a lot of people, I'm sorry, but we're going to, if something opens up, we'll get to you. So we did everything on a first come, first serve, but with those, things, with the characteristics that you had to have be recommended in order to sign up first. So
I would say it's a little similar to elementary. So having changed middle school this summer, we did do a first come, first serve. So I did receive to start kind of to tie in both processes. So before we'd also get recommendations from the elementary schools, which then helped with us and our scheduling at the middle school. But once I opened up summer school, I kind of just sent out an email to all families in middle school and kind of went that way. We also had a waiting list, and by the time summer school started, I think there were only maybe a couple that didn't end up coming, but we did also reach out to them about one day before and was like, hey, I have an opening, are you still interested? So those families were willing to accommodate, but it was the same thing of just staffing and teachers being willing to teach in the summer school, and so working with them on that and creating more options, hoping that I don't have a waiting list. So.
Did we have, okay, this is kind of a multi-party question. Does our summer school program include students with IEPs? Do we have any students who qualify for extended school year? Is that a different program? How do students with IEPs fit into our summer school program?
Yeah, so extended school year is actually a different program, but we also have students with IEPs in our regular summer school program as well at all levels.
Awesome.
But just keep in mind that the IEPs are good for the school year, the length of the school year. So technically during summer school, it's a more general session. So if a student has an IEP and they receive a lot of support, they don't necessarily get that support during summer school because, again, we don't have the staffing.
Gotcha.
Other questions?
Something I wish I could change, but
I know.
I do find it, looking into the next summer, for the kids that are either recommended by the teachers or we see that they need help, no matter what the level is, if we can target our staffing needs based on the number of those kids, so all of those kids are somehow getting the summer school that they need, I guess, so we don't have people who are recommended by their teachers sitting there on a waiting list and they don't get the opportunity to be part of summer school. That would be one thing that I would recommend.
Yeah, and we really did a lot to try to get staff. We promoted it a lot. We had it posted, for a long time. It was just, that was what came in. Even when it was posted externally, we didn't get a lot of outside applicants as well. So it's summer and sometimes people aren't able to work, so.
As Sue mentioned, though, we do have an upcoming meeting to kind of just brainstorm on improvements that we can make or how to, revamp parts of the program and make it even better.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions this way? Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to item 9.4, Director of Human Resources, Melissa Cates will now next present the pay rate proposals for transportation extra trip, substitute drivers, and coach advisor drivers. This item will appear on the October 9th consent agenda.
Good evening.
Hi.
I think I'm just going to wrap up the evening up here. Okay, so first item 9.4 is the transportation extra trip. So you'll see a few different proposals within this one issue paper. This, again, staffing shortages, this time in the transportation world, which we know is not new to Holmen or anyone else in this country. We continue to have shortages for our drivers, not only in our regular routes, but bleeding into our extra trips as well, which is causing some hardships and some activities not being able to have transportation. So doing some brainstorming and working with transportation, trying to come up with ideas to fill those. And we came up with First, an increase in pay for extra trips. So currently our extra trip drivers make $15.26 for regular bus drivers. If they're a sub, it's $12.50 an hour. Our proposal or recommendation is to increase that to $16.25 per hour for both regular and sub bus drivers for any extra trip that they will be taking. In addition, we do have language currently that allows coaches and advisors to be paid to drive their activities. However, it would just be for the driving. Our proposal and recommendation is to pay them the higher rate as well, $16.25, and compensate them for both their driving time and their time at the event. For other van drivers would stay at their same current rate, so no change there as well. I think that's it for this one. This would go into effect immediately following consent on October 9th.
Okay, any questions? Okay, no questions.
I'll stay with 9.5.
Ready for the next one?
This one is in relation to the student employee hourly wage rate. So currently we have a few different student workers, one in the room back here who works our school board meetings. And we also have had recently some summer interns working in the IT department as well. That's pretty much where our limits to student workers are, but looking for a more consistent wage for those students, and in recommending that all student workers would be paid $12.50 per hour. Again, coming October 9th to the board for consent.
Okay, any questions? No questions. Thank you, Melissa.
Dan's here for the next one if there's any questions as well, but we're also bringing forward under 9.6, going back to our driver issues that we have, a proposal for new positions. This would be for 2 new positions, and these would be exclusively extra trip bus drivers. So these drivers would not have a regular bus route for the school day. They would just be driving extra trips. These would be limited term positions. We would have 2 of them. They would be paid at the recommended $16.25 per hour from item 9.4. We would not have a schedule per se for them because we don't really have the extra trips all as a permanent, and because it is a limited term position, the hours would vary, but as we looked at extra trips, we would guesstimate that it would be approximately 20 hours per week for each of these positions, and lots more available if they are so willing to work those hours. And these, again, would be the schedule would be seasonal as it's posted, so once we have the fall sports, we could take a look and see what would work best for each of these positions for the fall sports, winter, spring, etc.
Okay. Have you seen any interest in these 2 roles internally, I guess?
We haven't seen any interest internally, but there has been some interest from some subs that we have had. They're asking questions about it, so there's a little bit of interest there. Whether or not they're going to take the position, I don't know. With the increase in pay, they might just start taking some of the trips that they used to take in the past.
Fair enough.
Would these be for, I know I had heard some field trips had been canceled.
Yeah,
Would this be to cover field trips then as well?
Mainly, that would be with this position would be to cover all the trips that we have, the 2 positions. It would alleviate some of the stress on our drivers, hopefully, and open up just our weekend trips. Right now, some of the few drivers that we do have that take trips, they're are exceeding, 40 hours at times because of the length of these trips. And we'd like to cut that down and give the opportunity to still have the
Some
trip.
of our pain points too, Barb, are the trips that leave during the afternoon route times. Yes. So these positions could cover those trips and allow our regular drivers to stay on their routes. So.
Okay, any
Thank
other
you.
questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Melissa.
All right, moving on to the consent agenda. For the consent agenda, the board has been furnished with background materials on each item or has discussed it at a previous meeting. These will be acted upon with one vote without discussion. Would any board member like an item pulled out of the consent agenda to be discussed on or voted on separately? Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as provided.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Chris, second by Maggie. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please signify by saying nay. Motion passes.
I just have one quick announcement. I just want to congratulate Mike McHenry. He is head custodian over at Sand Lake, and he is going to be retiring. And we just want to thank him for his service. He's been here for over 8 years, so we wish him the best in his retirement.
All right, thank you. Moving on to the board debrief. I will call upon board members and ask you to present any comments or committee reports you have. Tonight, we'll start with Lindsay.
I don't have much. I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight and all the businesses. It's really neat to hear how businesses in the community are so involved and contribute to the school. And just for everybody presenting tonight, I feel like I learned something new every time. So thank you for your time.
Okay, Maggie.
Yeah, I'll echo all the kudos to all of the businesses recognized tonight, and to the other businesses who weren't, because I know there's a lot who weren't here who also do a lot for our schools. I was going to give an extra thank you to everyone who helped with homecoming, because I know that was a busy week. And then a hearty thank you to the custodians for everything that they do. And then the policy committee met for the first time tonight and reviewed the following policies and sent them to the board. Facility security, video surveillance and electronic monitoring, volunteers, information security, information management, and public attendance at school events. So those will be coming to the board for first reading.
All right, sounds good. Bridget.
I just wanted to say thank you to those that presented on the summer school, because I just think that really says a lot about our district and the commitment of so many teachers here. And I mean, I love seeing the results, and I know that our students really benefit from that. So thank you so much.
Okay, Barb.
I would just like to say thank you to our custodians for the work that they do in our schools, and also congratulations to our high school student, Lucas, for being a National Merit Scholarship finalist.
Okay, thank you. Khadijah.
Pretty much everything I would say has already been said, so I echo everything that's been presented up here.
Okay, Chris.
I just wanted to go back to something Dr. Mueller had said earlier about the block party. That was a pretty cool event. I just want to thank the Holmen Area Foundation for their volunteers coming out, the members from the district leadership team that were there, and then the Booster Club. They put on a really good event, so hopefully that's something we continue doing in the future, if not more during the season. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there, but no, it was a good event and good support from the community before the game. So just thanks to everybody that helped out with that.
Okay, thanks. And with the National Custodians Day fast approaching, I wanted to express my heartfelt gratitude to our custodians. Your contributions may not always be in the spotlight, but you are essential to the success of our schools. So thank you for your tireless efforts, your unwavering dedication, and your role in creating a positive and nurturing learning environment for our students. And also with Wisconsin School Board Week approaching, I also want to say that I really enjoy serving with each of the school board members that I sit at this table with. Each of your decisions and actions have a profound impact on the educational experience and opportunities available to all of our students in this district. So thank you all for your service. And then also, it was great to have all of the WASB Business Honor Roll people here tonight. I'm glad everyone was able to attend, and want to thank them for everything that they do for our staff and our students in our district. And lastly, just want to comment on, I did get a chance to attend to the parade on Friday. That was the only homecoming event I was around for, because I was out of town for the weekend. But the parade was a ton of fun, like always, and I really enjoyed that. Okay, moving on to reviewing the board meeting schedule. October 5th, the board will be attending the WASB Fall Regional Meeting and Workshop at GET. So we're doing that in lieu of having a board workshop in October. Then on October 9th, we will be having the first DEI committee meeting at 5 p.m., followed by a board meeting at 7 p.m. On October 16th, there will be a policy committee meeting at 5 PM, and I believe that was a reschedule from the next week, which, where there was a scheduling conflict. So please note October 16th for policy committee meeting. Then on October 23rd, we have the budget hearing at 6 PM, followed by the annual meeting, followed by the board meeting. And then in January, so everybody gets this on their calendar, we are attending the State Education Convention in Milwaukee from January 17th through the 19th. So lastly, is there any other business that needs to come before the board at this time? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Chris has moved.
Second.
Bridget has seconded to adjourn the meeting at 8:14 PM. Motion carried. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed signify by saying nay. Motion passes.